Our next presenter, Ole Olson, has worked in co-ops for almost 40 years. He's been a member owner in Isthmus Engineering for 27 years. Ole has supported the national cooperative movement by serving 3 terms on the board of directors of the U.S. Federation of Worker Cooperatives and is the current president of Madison Worker Cooperatives. Ole is a licensed professional engineer. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I have kind of a loud, annoying Midwestern voice, but if you can't hear me, just raise your hand and I'll speak louder. I think the reason I was asked to be here is, the question is, can this work? Economic democracy. So I think that's why I'm here. And in short, yes, it can work. It can work very well and it can be better. We're humble enough to know that we're not perfect. People make mistakes. But we're also arrogant enough to know that what we have is better than everything else. So I have to speak up a little bit more. I'm here to talk about Isthmus Engineering, but I'm also part of MADWORK, Madison Worker Cooperatives, and Steve alluded to that earlier. I think everybody should know that obviously Wisconsin is kind of a cooperative hub. Within a couple miles of where we're sitting tonight, there are more than a dozen worker co-ops that are active, that Steve didn't mention, that employ close to 500 people with revenues over $50 million. So we are not insignificant. Those businesses include Common Good Bookkeeping, Community Pharmacy, Just Coffee, Equal Exchange, Nature's Bakery, Interpreters Cooperative, Isthmus Engineering, Soaring Independence, Star Video, Union Cab, Union Technology, Malari's Martial Arts, and Wisconsin Citizens Media Cooperative. Some of these businesses are over 40 years old. City of Madison considers these important because none of these businesses will ever move. We're here, we're not gonna move to where labor is cheaper or taxes are cheaper. All the revenue stays local. It's not traded on Wall Street. The decisions are made local. So that's part of the cooperative community that's here, the worker cooperative community. So I'm here to talk about Isthmus, and I have a 2-minute video that I tend to be long-winded. It would take me 30 minutes to do what this is going to do in 2, so I'll let the video play.
We love being in Madison. Our U.S. coast-to-coast customers and our international U.S.-based customers recognize Madison.
Isthmus Engineering and Manufacturing designs and builds custom automation equipment and solutions.
We have the capability to do everything we need on a project from start to finish. From the design up front and engineering to the build out on our floor. Large manufacturing space that allows us to build large systems here. We have a full machine shop that allows us to fabricate anything that we need to fabricate. We have an electrical area where we can do full electrical assembly and any in-house panel build that we need to do, as well as a lab space that's great for doing proof of process work and development projects or any machine builds that need to be in a controlled environment.
Our core industries are consumer products, medical and life sciences, automotive, and heavy-duty industrial.
Most of our customer base is large manufacturers. We deal with engineering teams from these manufacturing groups. We collaborate with them on these projects from the beginning to the end and every step of the way. Being around for 40 plus years has given us a breadth of experience in all areas of industry and automation.
One of the advantages we have is that we are a co-op. And what that means is that you really feel like you're part of the business.
And we all want to see this place succeed, and that starts with building great equipment.
And at the end of the day, you really have a vested interest in the success of that project and the success of your customer.
Our project team goes to the customer site, installs, supports, starts up that equipment, trains, and carry on the service for the life of that machine. What does Isthmus do? Isthmus builds custom automation equipment from small device assembly machines to large system integration. We have the experience, the capacity, and the resources to deliver, and we're always looking for that new challenge.
At the end of the day, it's a team achieving a common goal, and we have a great time doing it.
Isthmus Engineering and Manufacturing, concept, design, build.
So we've been in business since 1980, started as a partnership of 4 people. In 1983, They were assuming some liability, so they wanted to find a way to incorporate to eliminate the personal liabilities that they had. They did some research and they found the worker cooperative model. January 1st, 1983, they officially became a Chapter 185 worker co-op in the state of Wisconsin. And it started as an experiment, and we still consider it an experiment to this day. We currently have about 80 employees, and we do just over $30 million in revenue a year. We're named after the Isthmus, which if you travel around town this weekend, we were founded on the Isthmus between Lakes Monona and Mendota. So as the video explained, the machines we build are everything from medical, consumer products, light industrial, automotive, and emerging markets such as solar. I should mention that at any given day, sunny day, we generate more solar power than we use. We're modeled after the Mondragon cooperatives in Spain, as every worker co-op is in the US, basically. And I invite you to search for the video, The Mondragon Experiment. It's a grainy old BBC documentary that is what inspired our founders to become a worker cooperative. So if you can find it on the internet, it's great to watch. All our members, all our employee owners sit on the board of directors. So our board of, and more than half of them are on the, more than half of our employees are on the board. So we have close to 40 people on our board of directors. We consider ourselves a direct democracy, one member, one vote. The board makes all administrative decisions. Any project-based decisions, stuff that affects the machines we build, are up to the project teams, but any administrative decisions, things like who to hire, who to fire, what color to paint the mailbox, all those decisions are made by the board of directors. We have a flat management structure. It takes an 80% vote to get voted into the cooperative. And you have to be an employee just like you would at any other company for the first 2 years. So there's kind of a probationary period for the first 2 years. We have an annually elected executive committee. And those committee members are the president, the vice president, the secretary, and the treasurer. Those are not positions of power. Those are facilitative positions. The president does not make any decisions. He makes sure that decisions get made. The vice president's position is to make sure that any decisions that are made get carried out. So it's totally different than a lot of other companies. The three things that I think make a cooperative business better is that everybody understands and embraces the fact that we have a direct impact on our business. We distribute not only the responsibility and accountability of the business, but any rewards that are generated. And once we educate our customers, which a lot of our customers are Fortune 500 companies that have no idea what economic democracy is, we get them on board on how we, and they realize the benefit of employees being fully invested in the business. So, thank you.